Alrighty, folks, welcome to my first Bring a Trailer auction, and it is for this 1986 Mercedes-Benz 300E W124 chassis, as I'm sure you know. It's in champagne metallic with Palomino MB Tex interior. It's got a little under 127,000 miles on it. Very clean car. I bought this a few months ago here locally. I found it here locally for sale, and I really had no intention on buying it. I just wanted to go look at it. So I reached out to the guy. I said, hey, let me take a look at this car. I've had many Mercedes-Benz. I'm completely car sick. You know, I have a disease. I'm obsessed with cars. I constantly have to have them. So I reached out to the guy and I arranged to come and see the car. And as soon as I saw it, I fell in love with it. I thought, this thing is so cool. And I had never had a classic Benz. I've had many other Mercedes-Benz, but I've never had a classic one. And these are, of course, now classic. It's almost 40 years old. And it was just so clean and so pretty and just so charming. It drove so nice. Within 5 minutes of seeing it, I knew I had to have it. I had to have this car. And so I bought it from him. And I got a good price on it because I don't think he really knew what he had. I don't think he knew that these cars are pretty sought after, always have been, I suppose, ever since brand new, as you know, any E-Class is always sought after. But you know, these are very sought after now. I mean, people love the W124s, including myself. And so I just had to have it. Bought it from him. Like I said, he didn't really know what he had, I don't think, so I got a good price on it. It's in very good condition. It's not, you know, it's not a garage queen. It's not going to win a concours, but it is very clean, very nice example of the 124. And this is certainly the type of condition that, you know, it would stand out at your cars and coffee meet if that's, you know, your gig, or your pals are going to see it and say, wow, that thing is super nice, as they do to me. Family's going to, you know, see it and love it. It's just charming, especially in this color. I mean, the champagne metallic is just so charming, and very period correct. You know, this was, to me, this screams mid-80s. You know, the decade of excess. You know, these elegant colors. You got the hood jewel or hood ornament, whatever you like to call it. The nice shiny grille. I mean, this was just a nice car back in the day, and still is 40 years later almost. So anyway, I'm going to point out to you guys as many, how do I say, as many blemishes that I can. I want to be very straight up with you guys. I want to show you everything that I can remember and everything that I can think of regarding this car. Okay, so we'll start with the front, I suppose. So first and foremost, the license plate bracket, the clips are broken inside, so it kind of sticks out on this side. This side's okay. This side sticks out. I do have another one on its way to me that I ordered from Mercedes-Benz. So that'll be here soon. If you know, and if it doesn't arrive in time for you know, by the time this car sells here on Bring a Trailer, I'll ship it out to the winner as soon as I receive it, because it is coming from Germany, they told me. So they said it's going to take a while. So you have that. You got your headlight wipers here. I attempted to replace these blades, and I bought some online, but they didn't fit. and I couldn't quite find the proper ones anywhere. So these are probably the originals. You know, you have your little bit of road rash there. You've got scratches. It looks like a tiny little, you know, little nick of rust going there. You know, your normal road wear. Here's another one. Not sure if you guys can see that. Grill is in very nice condition. Emblem is great. Very classic, nice and proper. Hood jewel or hood ornament, very nice. Okay. The hood's in very good condition in terms of paint. Again, some more road rash down here. The front spoiler appears to be in good condition. Let's make our way over here to the passenger side. Got a hair on there. Little scratch there. Okay, a little nick right here. Again, the wheels on all four corners are very nice. You know, they might be a little dirty right now. You might see some black brake dust and stuff, but condition-wise, they're very good. Tires, very good tread left on these tires. Very thick. They are Bridgestone Ecopias. Nice tires. I don't have any problems with them. Original windshield. You have your Daimler-Benz product right there with the signature. You got my nifty Mercedes-Benz Club of America sticker there. That is not going along with the car. That's staying with me for my next Benz. But the windshield is very nice, no cracks. In my opinion, very little road wear, especially being that it's almost 40 years old. I did replace the wiper with an original Mercedes-Benz wiper. You can see here. I bought this through Mercedes-Benz Classic because I couldn't find them anywhere else. So that one came from the good old folks at Mercedes-Benz Classic. You have some sun wear, deterioration here on the mirrors. Primarily this one, I think. Let's go see. Besides, I was supposed to be on this side of the car anyway. Yeah, this one's not as worn. You got some little nicks here and stuff on the this rubber trim. Nothing major at all. I mean, they're tiny. The trim around the windshield base, very good condition. It's probably original, I think. Pretty much everything on this car is original. It's just in very good condition. It's been very well kept, and I'll touch on that a little bit more later as to why I think that is. Okay, so here you go, passenger door. Let me get the hell out of there. Let me get out of the way there. You do have a dent right there. It looks worse on camera. You know, the camera adds 10 pounds, and you know, that's not good for me. So it's a good thing I'm not on camera. But it also just makes things look worse than they are, in my opinion. In person, this dent, couple dents, they really don't look that bad. And quite frankly, I didn't even see them until like a week after I bought the car. And then here, you do have a sort of a crease that starts from here and goes along the bottom there, almost to the end. Again, it's not bad. This I also did not see until a week after I bought the car. But it is there. And, you know, you as the owner, you will see it. In my opinion, it's not bad. Anybody else who's looking at the car ain't gonna see it. But, you know, as owners, we want to know everything about the car. And yeah, that's there, unfortunately. But it's not bad. Okay, you have some blemishes up here. I wouldn't call them scratches. I don't know what that is. Looks way worse on camera. But they are blemishes. Okay. Here's the rear wheel. Very good condition. Tires are nice and chunky too, like the fronts. Now over here, you can see that there, I think, because I can see it. There appears to be some sort of paint blemish. And what I think it looks like is it looks like gasoline spillage that has over time, because it's going from here to here and dripping down. Over time, it has caused a sort of a glaze or a shadow there. You can even see it kind of, that it had some effect on the bumper. I mean, what else could it be? It's got to be gasoline. That is there, a little nick there. It's not bad. I know I keep saying that, but I promise it's really not. And I'm very meticulous about my cars, extremely meticulous. And, you know, in person, it's not as bad. And it's a 40-year-old car, you know, I mean, what can I say? Almost 40 years. I don't want to age you. I want to pre-age you. Sorry about that. Okay, here we go. Nice and clean and proper in here. Very nice. Got your MB there. Okay. Nice glass all the way around. I mean, the windows are in good shape, all of them. Here we come to the rear. We do have a dent right there. Very small, very small. But again, I want to point out everything that I can to you guys. Okay. You do have some surface blemishes there. Here. Here. I know I've said it 100 times, but I promise you, the camera does not always do a car justice. Got my classic auto plates there. It's pretty cool, isn't it? I think it is. Here's a blemish here that I want to show you. I'm not quite sure what happened here. You do have a little mark here, some sort of a scrape. And this, I mean, I don't really know what to say about it. You know, come to your own opinions, but I want to point that out to you guys. Okay. A couple of scrapes there. Little blemish there. This cover for the antenna is in the glove box. I've never attempted to put it on. I didn't, that wasn't a priority for me. The antenna works fine. But yeah, that cover is gone from here, that is. And there appears to be a cover inside the glove box. I'll show it to you guys in a bit. A little blemish there, a little scratch. Probably right there too. Okay. Wheels, good shape. Chunky rubber. They hold air nicely. Okay. Hopefully the pictures I provided to you guys were sufficient for you. Hopefully they've given you a good idea of what this car is like. I tried my best with them. Okay, there is a dent here. Of course, every dent that I could find was photographed, and I uploaded it to Bring a Trailer. Here's some blemishes, little scratches there, or paint chips rather. Okay, paint chip up here on the hood. Dash is in very good condition, but we'll get to the interior in a bit. Okay, roof is in good shape. Got my selfie stick there. You think you caught a glimpse of it in the shadow. Pretty cool. All glass is original. Every single glass has a Mercedes-Benz emblem on it. Okay, let's take a look at the interior now. Very nice Palomino MB-Tex. I mean, MB-Tex is indestructible. I mean, this stuff is gonna outlive all of us, I'm telling you. I mean, when the aliens come from their future civilization and we're all gone, they're gonna find MB-Tex seats, or at least MB-Tex material. They're gonna find it in the rubble and in the ashes. Not to be very apocalyptic here, but just saying, this stuff is it's built well. So here on the door panels, the door panels are in very good condition, with the exception of course, this. There's some separation going on. I think that this is very easily repairable if you want to. I'm the kind of guy, especially when it comes to classic stuff, but even new stuff, I like to keep it original. You know, if something has worn out like this, and it doesn't have to do with the mechanics of the car, I kind of like to leave them this way. You know, I just like the originality of the cars. I like them to be honest, which this is. This is a very honest car. And you know, we all go through life and we get scars and we get a little banged up. We have divorces, breakups, injuries, and we have something to show for that. And I kind of think about that the same way for cars. There appears to be some little bubbling there. I don't know, you know, I'm no expert. I don't know if that's rust or if that is something else. It's the only place that I've found it on the car, and it's very minor. So anyway, back to here. So we do have this separation. It's going on both door cards. Okay. 126,833 right now. I am going to take her for a cruise after this video and get some driving videos for you guys. The dash is in perfect condition. I mean, there's no cracks. It's just wonderful. The interior, as a whole, is in very good condition. Okay. The floor mat there is, you can tell its age. It's in good condition, but it's just discolored from its age. Okay. Of course, we have memory seating in 1986. Ain't that something? Let me get in here. Ooh. Very nice interior. And it's got that, you know, classic German car smell in here, which I love. Nice wood. Okay. It does have this Pioneer CD player installed. The car will come, as you saw in the ad, the car will come with the original Becker, I think it is, head unit. Okay. The recirculation doesn't appear to work. I don't know why. I'm not an air conditioning expert. I did replace the blower motor because when I bought it, it was squeaking. All the work that happened under my ownership, I did myself. So there's no like official service records for it, but I kept very good record of it in an Excel spreadsheet, which I will provide to the new owner. But that's one of the things I did, blower motor. I'll probably forget everything in this video, everything that I did, but it was documented. Okay. The air conditioner, as stated in the ad, it works and then it doesn't work. And what I mean by that is it will intermittently switch to heat. So it's very strange. I don't get it. Like I said, I'm not an air conditioning expert. When it's cooling, it cools beautifully, super cold. And of course it does have automatic climate control, and it cools beautifully. And then out of nowhere, it'll just boom, switch to heat and blow hot air at you for about a minute or two. And then it switches back to cooling. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't have the inclination to take it to an air conditioning specialist. I don't have a lot of confidence in independent shops. I've been, burned many times. So I've just taken it upon myself to do all the work on my cars. And, like I said, I'm not an air conditioning guy. So I haven't tackled it. It cools good enough for me. I mean, yeah, it switches to heat every now and then, but I'll leave that for the next owner to tackle. Glove box is in good shape. I do have the owner's manual. My super cool shades there will not come with the car. I apologize. Steering wheel's in very good shape. I mean, the whole interior is. These work. Get my mug out of there. Got your little center visor there, nice and cute. This is a little loose. I mean, this connection here, it doesn't grab as tightly as I would want. Actually, and as you can see, this doesn't fully close. This one does. But what I was going to say is I was unhappy with this, so I have another pair of these on the way to me. Again, like the license plate frame, if I don't have them by the time the car is shipped out, I will ship them to the new owner whenever I get them. Okay? At my own expense. Don't worry. Ain't gonna charge you for shipping of these parts. Free shipping. How about that? On the parts, not the car. Here's the back seat. Door panel's in very good condition. Got your ashtray. Buttons work nice and proper. I mean, for me, there's not a whole lot to say about the interior. It's just clean. It's in good shape. I mean, could it use a detail? Sure. Looks like a little bit of black stuff going on there. Who knows? There are no foul smells, no odors of smoke, nothing like that. That net is a little stretched out. This one's nice. We'll get over there here in a bit. Armrest. Okay. Good shape. Good shape. You do get the first aid kit. It is in there. So if you need to patch yourself up, you get some battle wounds out there on these treacherous roads. And, you need to patch yourself up, you got your 38-year-old Band-Aids in there, help you out, keep you nice and safe. Gauze too, how about that? Pretty sure there's gauze in there. Looks like some sort of a paint stain or something. As I said, a little stretched out here. I guess we all are after 40 years though. I keep saying 40 years. I gotta cool it with that. 37, it's not even 38 yet. 37. Give me a break. Wouldn't you hate if you were 37 and everyone kept calling you 40? I'm sorry. The power seats work. Both of them. There are no issues in terms of the seats. The memory seating works. I've tested it all. I've tried it. Antenna works and goes up and down with the whenever the radio is turned on. Headliner is in very good condition. The interior is just, like I said, it's so clean. It's such a beauty. And the first time I drove it with this guy that I bought it from, I mean, I just fell in love with it right away. It's such a cool car. It's so clean. It's so cute, so quaint. It's just a lovely car. Sunroof works flawlessly. I mean, in terms of the functions of the car, everything works. With the, exception of the air conditioning issue. Again, the air conditioning still works, but, intermittently it will switch to heat. The air recirculation, as I stated, does not seem to work. Maybe I'm just doing something wrong, who knows, but I don't think it works. The outside temperature, it works, but I just don't think it's very accurate. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. But it does work. I don't know if there's a way to calibrate those things. A normal thermometer, you can stick it in half a cup of ice, half a cup of water, and that calibrates it. But so look, like I said, it's not going to win a Concours, but it's a super, super nice example of the W124. And if you're a fan of these, this is a nice one to have. I believe this color is rare. That's what I have read on the internet. I don't know. And I don't know about production numbers. But I love it. I mean, what a cool color. Champagne metallic. I love stuff like that. So much more interesting than a black or white or, a silver or gray. I mean, to me, this is 80s. Okay. The car has a really interesting history. So let me tell you about that a little bit. The original owner was a famous historian and professor at a university and a famous author. He was known as the go-to guy on two particular subjects of history. I don't want to give too much information about him in these videos. He has now passed away, but still, I don't want to divulge any kind of private information on here. But the next owner will know about him. Really interesting guy, and he was the original owner from '86 to what I can tell would be 1994. It appears as though that's when he let this car go to. I can't remember if he traded it in or sold it. I think he traded it in. And when he acquired this car, new in '86, he had traded in a 79 300D, I think, or I don't know. Something like that. But he traded in a 79 Benz and he bought this. The dealership that this was purchased from is now defunct, as far as my research has shown me. which is a shame. So after the original owner, and by the way, being that he was a historian, literally, I mean, he took incredibly good care of the records of this car. I mean, I have every single service record from new up to the end of his ownership. And he even had a little book, you'll see it in the photos, a little book, auto expense book, where he tallied up his expenses for fuel, oil, I don't know, whatever, tires, probably washer fluid even. But he kept tremendously good records of the car, and I do have those, and those will go to the next owner. Really cool. The window sticker is there, of course, which is super neat. Even the original odometer certification when he bought it, showing how many miles it had new from the dealership when he bought it. The next owner appears to be a woman, also in the same state as the original owner, and she bought it in 1994. And unfortunately, she either did not keep any of the service records or they were not transferred to the next owner for whatever reason, who knows. But I have no service records from her ownership, and she kept the car for a long time. She had the car from 94, and again, I cannot 100% confirm this, but judging from the city and state that she lived in and when she bought it in 94, and looking at the Carfax history, it appears as though it stayed in that city and state and never had a new owner reported until 2021. So she kept this car for almost 30 years. She had it from 94 to 2021. I looked her up also. I did research on her. Unfortunately, she has passed on as well. So the two first owners of this car are no longer with us, but the car remains. Ain't that something? And it's just interesting to think about stuff like that, and I find it very fascinating. I've had a really fun time doing my own historian work on this car. It's been really neat. After her ownership, it has bounced around. I don't know who acquired it directly after her, but I'm going to estimate from my research that after her, it's had 4 additional owners, including me, so 3 previous to me. That's just what I think. I can't confirm that. I don't know, but from my research, that's what it appears to be. And yeah, it appears to be that those have all taken place since 2021. So within the past couple of years, it's had about 4 owners, I think. And again, that's including me. So 3 previous to me. So really interesting car. A beautiful car. Charming. Drives wonderful. The suspension is in very good condition. It's nice and proper. It's plush, like a Mercedes-Benz should be. Today we get these Mercedes-Benz with these sports suspensions. I have a W212, and I love the car. I love my W212 so much, but it's a AMG Sport package, and goodness gracious, man, the suspension is stiff as can be. And, sure, that provides great performance and handling and all that, but I don't care about that kind of stuff. I want a Mercedes-Benz that is plush and luxurious and soft and comfy. I want to be chairman of the board, not the Grand Prix winner when I'm driving a Mercedes-Benz. So this one is everything I just described as, in what I want from a Benz. Plush, still provides good handling. It's not a tired suspension at all, in my opinion. It feels very proper, feels great, provides you quality feedback, especially once you learn how to drive the car more and you understand what it's all about. and its mannerisms and characteristics, you really become confident in this car. You know, you're not going to fly through the twisties like you're in an M3 or something, or, you know, a C63 AMG, but, you know, it will give you confidence if you understand how this car is supposed to be driven and the behavior that it's supposed to display. Charming car. You know, like I said, I feel like I got a good deal on it. I feel like I couldn't have let it go, and I didn't. The opportunity to own it, that is. I know I haven't had it long. As I said, I have a chronic disease in terms of cars. I'm very sick. I love cars. I have to have them all the time, and I enjoy working on them. Like I said, all the work that took place on this car under my ownership, I did myself. I have fun wrenching on cars. And then, you know, I like to buy cars and experience them, and then I move on. I'm not an emotional guy when it comes to cars. You know, for me, cars are to be enjoyed, experienced, and then you move on when you want to move on. And now it's time for somebody else to own this one. I love it, and don't get me wrong, I've thought about not selling it because it's so cool, it's so cute, so elegant, so pretty. And God, I get a lot of compliments on it. But anyway, what I want to do is I want to get a 280S or SE or whatever, early 70s. You know, this really got my classic bug Benz going. My classic bug Benz? My classic Benz bug. It really got my classic Benz bug going. And once I experienced this, I said, I want one that's even older. I want an even more classic Benz. So now I want an early 70s 280. I want it in tobacco brown with Palomino interior like this one. And I'm kicking myself because a month ago there was one on Bring a Trailer. Perfect color combination. Precisely what I wanted. And I was sitting there ready to pull the trigger. I was bidding even. I think I can't remember. Or I was ready to bid at least. And again, as I've stated, chronic car disease. While I was sitting there watching the auction of this 280 SE, I was also at the BMW dealership buying a 2024 X5. So, yeah, I'm a troubled man. I'm a troubled man. And anyway, so I got tied up with that deal, working on the 2024 X5 deal at the local BMW dealership, which I ended up not even buying from them because they wouldn't work with me. So I bought one in Phoenix. They worked with me much more appropriately. So I didn't even buy that Beamer, and I lost out on that Benz. Can you believe it? So I'm kicking myself. That's the exact one I wanted. 4.5 also, or 4.8, whatever the displacement is. Anyway, so that's the deal with this car. This is what you're dealing with. Very nice 300E. Will provide many more years of service in very good condition. There's some corrosion on the underside, and you know, I forgot to show you the engine bay. Let's do that. You know, it came from Michigan. I'm in the Southwest. We don't deal with that stuff here. Listen to that sound. But it does have a little bit of corrosion. I mean, I haven't seen any like rust, scary rust going on. But you know, it's from Michigan, and what can I tell you? I mean, it's a car from Michigan. Let me get this open for you. Here we have it. I replaced the engine air filter on the car. And I know this video is going long, but I'm sorry guys, I just want to show you everything that I can. I did do an oil change. I have the cap for this, the cover that goes here, but you know, it keeps falling off. It doesn't hold in place properly anymore. And so I just took it off because I'm afraid that it's gonna like get stuck in the fan or tear up the belt. And so I keep it off. I did do a distributor cap replacement. I replaced the rotor, the cap, the cam guide or whatever it's called. Again, I have all the documentation for that. Okay. I also replaced this because the original one was all just wasn't holding on very well anymore. It's got a new radiator from the previous owner to me, so you're gonna be good there for many miles to go. New radiator, new fluid, all that stuff. The previous owner and me put a lot of money into this thing, so I mean, good for the owners following him. Hoses are in good shape. Everything's good in terms of that. He did new motor mounts, the previous owner. His batteries appears to be relatively new. I don't know. The sound deadening padding here is in very good condition. I mean, the car's just nice and clean. It's just a clean, proper example of the W124. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful, lovely car. Guys, I've tried to be as transparent with you as possible in this video. I know it's gone long. We're at 43 minutes almost. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you guys you know, try to win this car. I mean, it's a great car. It's lovely, it's wonderful, and we're going to take it for a drive right now. Here's the trunk. You are going to get a sunshade with the car. In here I've got owner's manual, all the service history. You're going to get 2 keys, a little Mercedes-Benz keychain. You're going to get some fuses, the original stereo. Let's just take a look in there so I can see instead of trying to memorize this all. Oh, touch-up paint. You're going to get some touch-up paint. Here's the docs, owner's manual, key, original stereo. Let's take a look at that. Fuses. Okay, how about that? That's pretty cool, isn't it? Pretty neat. I wanted to put, I'm sorry for shaking the camera there. I wanted to put this thing back on. I decided not to. I had other things I was more interested in doing, but it's there for you. I mean, like I said, I just love having cars that are original. So if it were me, well, it is me. If I were the next owner, I'd put that back on. This area is in very good shape. Okay, this all appears to be nice and original. I have not seen any kind of rust or severe corrosion anywhere. Look at that, I just noticed. It's got a little Mercedes-Benz logo there. They just think of everything, don't they? That's cool. Let me get this box out of here. This appears to be the original tire, I think. It even still smells like a tire. It's pretty cool. I love stuff like that. You know, it's a little time capsule, the car. Again, no, it's not a garage queen. It's not a Concours winner. It's a good, honest car that is in very good condition. And I mean, I just love it. It's like going back in time to 1986. It really is. It's so cool. Okay, so there you have it. The 1986 Mercedes-Benz 300E W124. Champagne metallic, Palomino MB-Tex. Very original car. Let's take her for a spin. I think we're going to go up the mountain here. I think that's going to be a good one for us. So let's do that.